This is the panel on, of course, on Cuba's socialist revolution and women's equality. And we have what in Cuba they call a panel de lujo, a real panel that's a real privilege to have here, of comrades from the leadership of the Federation of Cuban Women, or the International Federation of Democratic Women, and to talk with us about the work of the Federation of Cuban Women and its activities today. Of course, this is not a panel simply about women. This is a panel about the Cuban Revolution and the place of the fight for women's equality within the Cuban Revolution, and the absolutely unique history of that in Cuba, right from the very first days of the fight against the Batista dictatorship, where the integration of women in the ranks and in the leadership of that revolutionary struggle was absolutely unprecedented at the time. And the Federation of Cuban Women that was born out of that revolutionary struggle and marked its character from the very, very first. And that's what we will be learning about that continuity and the work of the Federation today. We have with us today first Yanira Cooper, who is the International Relations Secretary of the Federation of Cuban Women. Yamila Gonzalez Ferrer, who is Vice President of the Cuban Jurists Association. The Alicia Campos, who is the Latin American and Caribbean Coordinator of the Women's International Democratic Federation. We have with us also Mirna Mendez Lopez, a professor of the law school at Oriente University in Santiago de Cuba, and Maricela Gonzalez of the FMC International Relations Department. And with that, I will give the floor to Maritzel, who will orchestrate the first part of this program. And I can tell you that they're organizing amongst themselves as to who's speaking when and how and exactly what, so you can follow. We'll all follow them along. Okay.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. First, in order to open this panel about women, we would like to present you a very short video about the labor of women in our country, okay?
The subtitles are only in Spanish?
It is in Spanish, but it's not necessary to translate.
Del cantil de una criolla sin penumbra y de esas crisis que solo ya exterminan, de la manigua en las montañas más se alumbra, de la manigua en las montañas más alumbra.
Se levanta a la vanguardia
marcha adelante, dando rienda a su verdad. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo, llena de oportunidad, se va creciendo, dando amor, fidelidad. Todos somos uno solo, ya no tiene marcha atrás. Una mujer en estos tiempos pone todo en su lugar. No hay profesión que se interponga, no hay historia si no está. Una mujer en estos tiempos es farol de libertad. Y no es detrás de un gran hombre, sino al lado que ella está. Y tantas veces marcha adelante, dando rienda a su verdad. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo, llena de oportunidad, se va creciendo dando fidelidad. Y todos somos uno solo, ya no tiene marcha atrás. Una mujer en nuestro tiempo pone todo en su lugar. No hay profesión que se interponga, no hay historia si no está. Una mujer en nuestro tiempo es varón de libertad. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo es revolución, de la revolución. Trabajando somos uno y caminando por la vida. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo es revolución, de la revolución.
Flor de inspiración, todo lo cambian, todo lo renuevan, son
Una
revolución.
mujer de nuestro tiempo es revolución, de la revolución. Demostrando que lo mismo somos, o nuestra voz se levanta. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo es revolución, de la revolución. Una mujer de nuestro tiempo es toda revolución.
We would like to open this panel with this very small video that will be open the national process for women in our country in order to celebrate the next 57th year of the foundation of our organization. This is the first time that we show this song, and it could be happen that my co-workers here present doesn't know about this song. I have here a presentation in English. I will try to explain you in English in order to keep the time for us, okay? Well, the great social transformation that have taken place in Cuba after the triumph of revolution in 1959 opened many hopes for women and men to achieve a realization of the new society. Based on that principle, a new system was born and developed, living behind social problems like unemployment, illiteracy, diseases, and which this aimed new form of democracy, more direct and participatory, was incorporated for our reality, looking for a wider ways or participation of the whole population, particularly women, all spheres of the economic, political, and social life of the country. But first, we may think about which was the situation of women before January 1st, 1959. So I have here small information that I will show you. For example, what were women before 1959? It is a few figures about this information, and it will help you to understand what happened in Cuba, what happened in our society, okay? On August 23rd, in 1960, because of the will and decision of women to unite themselves in a single mass organization, it was raised the idea of the creation of the Federation of Cuban Women, an organization that today groups more than 4 million affiliated women. It means, it represents the more than 90% of women over 14 years old and more. This huge task and responsibility was given to Vilma Espín-Gillois, which since its creation led the organization, demonstrating her political talent by faithfully and creatively developing Fidel's ideas. It played an essential role in forging the unity of women, aware of the decisive importance of women's participation in the revolution. Cuban women today played an important role in the process of updating our economic and social model with the objective of perfecting it, preserving the basic principle of socialism, making better use of research based on the needs of the people and of the Cuban families. Of course, you need to know now which is the advancement of women nowadays. For that reason, I will show you another figure that it could be explained you what does the Federation of Cuban Women, together with the Cuban government, of course, doing for this advancement in the whole society. We may see that Cuban women today have economic autonomy, we have the physical autonomy, also we have autonomy in making decisions, and also universal access to the education. Okay. Well, the FMC, as part of the Cuban society, I have all of these figures here in this computer. Maybe if you would like, then you may copy the information. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Good. The computer is not mine, okay? Well, the FMC, as part of the Cuban civil society, is witnesses of the pretension given by the Cuban government and state to the people without any kind of discrimination. We enjoy all human rights in Cuba. In this endeavor, the main obstacle that has been denounced so many times is the economic, financial, and commercial blockade unilaterally imposed against to our small island by the government of the United States of America. The legal basis of the blockade represents a flagrant violation of human rights of the Cuban people and of the third country and U.S. citizen as well. We have the right to choose our own socialist, economic, and social project. There are reasons enough to be proud of what we have achieved. We will defend the revolution for the justice and the humanity that it encloses. We were in the literacy campaign. Many women participated in that revolutionary program. Also, in Playa Girón, and in the battle for the independence of Africa. As you know, many women participated in that battle for the freedom of Africa. In every minute of resistance and struggle in the hard years of the 90s, for that reason, we offer our solidarity, help in any place where our contribution is required, and we are in all the battles of our people to keep on. Well, in order to finish, I would like to express that Cuba is ours. It belongs to the Cuban people, and we will continue being an example of a free and sovereign nation. Thank you so much.
Y vivan las mujeres cubanas.
Que viva. Who's speaking next?
¿Quién va a hablar ahora?
Okay. Okay.
¿A quién le toca? ¿A quién le toca?
Okay.
¿Desde aquí o allá? Desde allá.
Yeah.
Y vamos a dejar ese ahí, qué lástima que
Yes.
eso no
Okay,
se
so
nos-
speaking next is Alicia Campos from the Federation of International Democratic Women.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Bueno, cuando Mary Alice presentaba el taller, había dicho que este no era solo un taller de las mujeres cubanas,
When Mary Alice introduced this workshop, she said it wasn't just about Cuban women,
sino que era un taller también que tenía que ver con la Revolución Cubana.
but it's also a workshop that has to do with the Cuban Revolution.
Y entonces yo represento a la Oficina Regional de la Federación Democrática Internacional de Mujeres.
So I represent the regional organization of the Federation of Democratic Women.
Y esta es la Federación Democrática Internacional de Mujeres, es una organización mundial que agrupa más de 200 organizaciones de mujeres.
The Federation of Democratic Women is a worldwide organization that has more than 200 organizations that belong to it.
Y ustedes se preguntarán por qué una intervención de la FEDIN, por sus siglas, en un taller acerca del desarrollo de la mujer cubana.
And you might ask why our organization is participating in a workshop about Cuban women.
Bueno, hay una razón muy simple.
There's a very simple reason.
Cuando se derrumbó el campo socialista en los años 80,
When the socialist camp fell apart in the 1980s,
la FEDIN, que tenía una fuerza inestimable en las organizaciones de mujeres de Europa,
the federation that had a very strong presence of women in Eastern Europe,
tocó fondo prácticamente en su funcionamiento.
it basically hit rock bottom in its functioning.
Y fue justamente la visión y la obra de la compañera Vilma Espín,
And it was really the vision and the work of compañera Vilma Espín,
presidenta de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas,
who was the president of the Federation of Cuban Women,
quien hizo todo para fortalecer y para que permaneciera viva la Federación Democrática Internacional de Mujeres.
And she did everything possible to make sure that the World Federation of Democratic Women stayed alive.
En aquel momento, Vilma era vicepresidenta de la FEDIN,
At that point in time, Vilma was the vice president of the federation.
a la vez que era presidenta de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas.
At the same time, she was the president of the Cuban Federation of Women.
Y tuvo la idea, la genial idea, de acercar las estructuras de dirección de la FEDIN a las mujeres en la base y a las organizaciones de mujeres en la base, en la comunidad, en el país.
And she had the great idea of having the rank and file women take over the structure of the organization in each country and in the federation.
Y por eso propuso la creación de oficinas de coordinación regional en cada área del mundo.
So she proposed the formation of regional coordinating committees all over the world.
De manera que la primera oficina de coordinación regional surgió en La Habana en el año 1990.
And the first regional coordinating committee office was set up in Havana in
Para coordinar
1990
todas las organizaciones de mujeres miembros de la FEDIN de América y el Caribe.
to coordinate all the women's organizations that were part of the federation in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Y precisamente esa oficina regional fue coordinada en ese primer momento por la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas.
And that coordinating office was organized by the Federation of Cuban Women at that time.
Es significativo que la coordinación para América y el Caribe ya tiene 27 años de creada.
Now that coordinating center has existed for 27 years.
Y que durante esos 27 años las mujeres y las organizaciones de Américas afiliadas a la FEDIN han pedido y han votado porque sea la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas quien se mantenga hasta este momento coordinando esa organización o esa coordinación.
And during that time, the organizations from the Caribbean and the Americas that are part of the World Federation, they voted for the Cuban Federation of Women to keep coordinating that office.
Eso explica, o eso es explicable, lógicamente, por el prestigio y el impacto que ha tenido la obra de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas, no solo en la Revolución Cubana, sino también en el movimiento de mujeres de América y el Caribe.
And that's understandable because of the prestige that the Cuban Federation of Women have, not just in the Cuban Revolution, but that it's won throughout the Americas and the Caribbean.
Definitivamente, para las cubanas, la revolución ha sido su principal programa de igualdad.
For women in Cuba, it's the revolution that's our main program of equality.
Y transmitir esto al movimiento de mujeres de América es una obra para nosotras esencial.
And to communicate that to the women of Latin America and the Caribbean is an essential part of our work.
Por eso, si me lo permiten, voy a leer una cuartilla que va a ubicar el contraste en lo que mis compañeras han presentado acerca de los logros de la mujer cubana y lo que sucede hoy en las 68 o más de 68 organizaciones de mujeres afiliadas a la FEDIN en el continente.
So if you allow me, I'm just going to read a little bit about the contrast between what women in Cuba have achieved and the situation for the 68 affiliated women's organizations in the Americas and the Caribbean.
In English?
Great. Makes my work easy.
Bueno, por supuesto, voy a hablar en nombre de la Federación Democrática Internacional de Mujeres, organización surgida hace 70 años, con el propósito de las mujeres de consagrar sus esfuerzos en la edificación de una nueva sociedad para proteger a sus hijos, hacer valer sus derechos, proteger la paz y reforzar su contribución al fortalecimiento de la humanidad. Hoy nuestras banderas fundacionales se mantienen y nuestras acciones se consolidan en pos de empoderar a las mujeres hasta conseguir todos nuestros derechos y eliminar las brechas que nos dejan en estado de desigualdad y vulnerabilidad.
I'm speaking, of course, on behalf of the Women's International Democratic Federation, an organization founded 70 years ago by women who were willing to consecrate their efforts to the construction of a new society to protect their children, achieve the recognition of their rights, protect peace, and reinforce their contribution to the strengthening of humanity. Today, our founding banners prevail and our actions are being consolidated so as to achieve women's empowerment until all of our rights are conquered and the breaches placing us and a state of inequality and vulnerability are settled.
Es un hecho que en el mundo se coordinan los esfuerzos para integrar la igualdad de género y el empoderamiento de la mujer como parte de los objetivos de reducción de la pobreza, gobernabilidad democrática, prevención de crisis y recuperación. Y se afirma que con la igualdad de género y la participación activa de las mujeres en todos los ámbitos de la sociedad, es posible cumplir con los compromisos asumidos en la Agenda 2030 para el Desarrollo Sostenible y el Acuerdo de París sobre el Cambio Climático.
It's a fact that efforts are being coordinated in the world to integrate gender equality and women's empowerment as part of the attainment of the objectives of poverty reduction, democratic governability, crisis prevention and recovery, environmental protection. It's said that with gender equality and an active participation of women in all spheres of society, it's possible to accomplish the commitments undertaken in the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda and the Paris Agreement on Climate Change.
Sin embargo, solo lograremos tales propósitos si mujeres y hombres encauzamos acciones no solo contra el ordenamiento patriarcal, sino contra las profundas deformaciones estructurales de los sistemas y relaciones económicas, políticas y sociales que explotan, someten, denigran y excluyen a nuestras naciones. No es posible dialogar de igualdad en un mundo de inequidades. La realidad describe un marcado deterioro de la salud física y mental de las mujeres. Cada año ocurre más de 500,000 de muertes de mujeres relacionadas con el embarazo, el parto y el puerperio. El aborto, penalizado en la mayoría de los países, se hace en condiciones riesgosas y con peligro para la salud y la vida de las mujeres.
However, we will only achieve such purposes if women and men jointly channel actions not only against the patriarchal order, but against the profound structural deformations of the economic, political, and social systems and relations. It is possible to dialogue. It's not possible to dialogue on equality in a world of inequities. Over 500,000 women die every year for causes related to pregnancy, delivery, and other related illnesses. Abortion, which is penalized in most countries, is carried out under risky and dangerous conditions for women's health and life.
Sigue siendo desigual la participación de las mujeres en el mercado de trabajo con respecto a los hombres. En todo el mundo, y particularmente en América, las mujeres ganan menos que los hombres. Se estima que podrían aumentar sus ingresos hasta en un 76% si se supera la brecha en la participación en el empleo y la brecha laboral entre mujeres y hombres. Las mujeres tienen una responsabilidad, además desproporcionada, con respecto al trabajo no remunerado de cuidados que prestan a otras personas.
Women's participation in the labor market continues to be unequal as compared to men. According to estimates, women's revenues could increase by up to 76% if this breach is resolved. Women have a disproportionate responsibility regarding the unpaid care that they lend to other persons.
Crecen las víctimas de mujeres, las víctimas del crimen organizado y de la violencia que amenazan la estabilidad y el progreso de las naciones. Particular incidencia tiene, particularmente en América, y valga la redundancia, el aumento de los feminicidios, los secuestros, la trata y el tráfico de mujeres y de niñas.
Organized crime and violence, which are threatening the stability and progress of nations while the number of their victims increases. And it's particularly impacting, especially in the Americas, the increase of women and girls trafficking, feminicides, and kidnappings.
En esta coyuntura, estamos plenamente conscientes del carácter injusto que emparenta capitalismo y patriarcado, y consideramos que solo en una sociedad sin explotación de un ser humano por otro, la mujer puede lograr la igualdad y la emancipación.
We are fully aware in this context of the unfairness that links capitalism and patriarchy. Only in a society without exploitation of one human being by another can women achieve equality and emancipation.
Por eso nuestra lucha es vital contra la pobreza, el desempleo masivo, la desigualdad salarial, la inseguridad, la violación del derecho a la salud, la educación, la discriminación de todo tipo, el acoso, la violencia, la destrucción del medio ambiente y la reducción de la igualdad de los derechos, asuntos que hoy transversalizan la realidad de las mujeres en América y el Caribe.
That's why our struggle is vital against poverty, massive unemployment, unequal salaries, insecurity, the violation of the right to health care, education, all forms of discrimination, harassment, violence, the destruction of the environment, and the reduction of rights equality, something that we see throughout the Americas.
Por ello, Hago nuevamente particular mención a la compañera Vilma Espín por su obra indeleble, por su decisión irrevocable de defender la justicia social y por su aporte inmenso a la causa de la FEDIN y de las mujeres del mundo.
So I want to make a special mention of the work of Vilma Espin, work that can never be erased in support of social justice and in support of the work of the World Federation of Democratic Women.
Sumemos entonces muchas más personas y más energía a esta causa. Solo así será posible construir un mundo más democrático, pacífico y solidario.
More women will join in this struggle, and that's the only way that it'll be possible to create a world that is more just and more equal.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Speaking next is Yamila from the Jurist Association, Vice President.
Bien, buenas tardes. Voy a tratar de, muchas gracias por estar aquí, o sea, por permitirnos estar en este espacio, y voy a tratar de ser muy breve para dar espacio a las preguntas, que me parece que es lo más importante.
Thank you very much for being here today. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible so that there's more chance for everybody to participate.
Desde el punto de vista jurídico, toda la exposición que hizo nuestra compañera Marixel,
From the legal point of view, everything that Maritzel explained
está incorporada plenamente a la realidad social, jurídica de nuestro país.
it's incorporated in the social and legal reality of our country.
Toda vez que todas esas políticas que desde el propio inicio de la revolución fueron desarrolladas por el gobierno revolucionario, tuvieron es decir, su expresión en las normas jurídicas a lo largo de todos estos años, y han tenido una expresión jurídica todos estos años.
All of the policies that she explained that were undertaken from the beginning of the revolution, all of those had their reflection and were incorporated as part of the legal system in the country right from the very beginning and right through till today.
En primer lugar, en nuestra Constitución, que desde 1976 establece la absoluta, o sea, el principio de igualdad en toda su expresión, y por supuesto también la igualdad entre mujeres y hombres en todos los escenarios de la vida social, política, familiar, etc.
Right from the very beginning, our Constitution, which was approved in 1976, it has right in it the absolute legal equality of women in all social and political spheres in the country.
Por supuesto, no es que por primera vez en el año 1976 se expresara este principio, ya la Constitución de 1940 lo tenía incorporado, pero obviamente al no estar dadas las condiciones políticas, económicas y sociales, no se hacía una realidad.
It's true, these were not just in the Constitution of 76, but in the Constitution of 1940, but because the conditions did not really exist, the economic, political, and social equality that was reflected there was not carried out in practice.
Por lo que es con la Revolución Cubana que esa igualdad formal se convierte en igualdad real también.
That's why with the revolution, this formal equality became real equality in practice.
O se crean las condiciones idóneas para que esto sea así.
The conditions, the ideal conditions are created to make this possible.
Esto lo digo porque independientemente de toda la voluntad política que pueda existir y todas las normas jurídicas que se han ido aprobando, obviamente en la sociedad existen muchísimos estereotipos sexistas que hacen que en la práctica haya que continuar luchando porque la igualdad sea una realidad.
I make this point that because even though there's the formal equality, the legal norms, there still exist in society the sexist stereotypes, and the fight against that has to continue at the same time.
Por ejemplo, el Código de Familia cubano, aprobado en el año 1975, incluso anterior a la Constitución de 76, proclama la igualdad entre mujeres y hombres, y en el articulado relacionado con los deberes y derechos conyugales, con las relaciones materno y paterno filiales, bueno, tiene toda una expresión de esa igualdad y cómo llevarla a la práctica.
In the Family Code adopted in 1975, that's even before the Constitution of 1976, it says that there is equality between men and women. They have the same rights. That has to do with conjugal rights, with the rearing of children, things in the home, but that is also still a question to carry out in practice.
Y por supuesto, aunque en las familias cubanas se ha avanzado muchísimo, todavía quedan expresiones de discriminación, de sobrecarga de las mujeres en el ámbito familiar, de una mayor responsabilidad en el ámbito del cuidado de los hijos, de las hijas y de las personas adultas mayores.
And that's why we have that equality. It's still in the family. Women still carry the heavier burden. Women carry more of the responsibility for raising children, for taking care of older people.
Desde el año 1997, el Consejo de Estado de la República de Cuba aprobó el Plan de Acción Nacional de Seguimiento a la Conferencia de Beijing.
In 1976, the Council of State of Cuba adopted an action plan to carry out the decisions of the conference in Beijing, the Women's Conference in Beijing.
Que focalizó cuáles eran las cuestiones fundamentales en las que Cuba todavía tenía retos importantes para el avance de la mujer.
It outlined where Cuba still has important challenges in achieving the emancipation of women.
Y estableció medidas concretas que las instituciones gubernamentales tenían y tienen todavía, porque algunas no se han cumplido, que llevar adelante para darle cumplimiento a las mismas.
And it laid out the concrete tasks that face government institutions that had to be carried out, and some still remain to be carried out to be able to carry out this equality.
Estoy hablando, por ejemplo, de un tema tan complejo como es el del acceso de las mujeres a los cargos de dirección.
For example, I'm talking about the access of women to leadership positions.
Que aún y cuando tenemos esas cifras tan significativas y que cuando nos comparamos con cualquier otro país del mundo, sobre todo de nuestra área de América Latina, de los países de Asia, África, en fin, tenemos una posición sumamente alta, pero a lo interno todavía consideramos que hay mucho por hacer.
And even though if you look at the figures that we presented, that compared to Latin America, to Africa, to Asia, the percentage of women's participation is very high. Internally, we take a look at it and we see there's still a lot to do.
Estoy solo dando pinceladas, porque no va a dar tiempo a más. En el tema de los derechos sexuales y reproductivos, creo que Cuba es un ejemplo de todo lo que se puede avanzar en esta materia.
I'm just going to be able to give you kind of like little bits and pieces of this. For example, in the question of reproductive freedom and sexual equality, we've made big advances in Cuba.
Trabajo que lideró la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas desde la década del 60 y que ya posteriormente ha continuado el Centro Nacional de Educación Sexual con el acompañamiento también de las organizaciones, de la Organización Femenina y de otras que nos involucramos en este trabajo.
Since the 60s, the Federation of Cuban Women has been in the leadership of this, and you can also see it in the formation of the Center for
Educación Sexual.
The Center for Sex Education, and the role that various women organizations play in this.
El derecho al aborto en Cuba es un servicio de salud desde el año 1965.
The access to abortion is a right of health care in Cuba since 1965.
Con el objetivo de eliminar todas las muertes maternas que existían en un % altísimo en el país.
And that was with the goal of eliminating the high death rate of women when it was illegal that existed in the country.
Puesto que no cabe la menor duda que la prohibición del aborto no impide que miles y cientos de mujeres mueran diariamente por hacerse abortos en condiciones totalmente insalubres.
And you can't deny the fact that when abortion is illegal, thousands of women still have abortions, but under conditions that are unsanitary.
Esto no quiere decir porque luchemos porque el aborto no sea considerado un método de anticonceptivo, es decir, que cuando se utilice responsablemente y no de una manera inadecuada.
And thousands of women, when it was illegal, died. That doesn't mean that abortion should be used as a contraceptive method. It should be used responsibly, but that's part of what we're organizing.
En materia de derechos laborales, en Cuba es una realidad desde el propio triunfo de la revolución que mujeres y hombres tienen igual salario por trabajo de igual valor.
And it's a principle from the beginning of the revolution in the question of labor rights that men and women have the right to the same salary for the same work.
En ningún caso, es decir, en Cuba las nóminas son públicas, todo el mundo sabe lo que gana, desde el jefe o jefa de la institución hasta el de o sea, de menor responsabilidad en un centro, y por lo tanto es imposible que haya algún tipo de discriminación en el ámbito del salario.
In Cuba, all of the wage rates for our public information. So you know how much somebody makes from the head of somebody with a high responsibility to people with lesser responsibility. You can't hide the fact, and that's why we're able to enforce this.
Pero eso está relacionado con lo que les comentaba del acceso de las mujeres a cargos de dirección, porque obviamente si en el ámbito familiar todavía las mujeres tenemos una sobrecarga, somos las que cuidamos más a los niños, a los ancianos, a las personas con discapacidad, por supuesto tenemos menos posibilidades reales, aunque tengamos el acceso a podernos superar, etcétera, y eso por supuesto va a hacer que tengamos tal vez determinados puestos de trabajo que no tengan el nivel al que podamos aspirar.
And that's why the question of access to leadership positions is still important, because in the home, women still carry the largest burden of taking care of children, of older people, of people that have discapacities, and that's why it's harder to have access and to be able to raise your education level to be able to aspire to these leadership positions.
El tema de la protección a la maternidad es una prioridad en nuestro país que se llevó a la primera norma jurídica en el año 1978.
And the right to maternity leave was one of the first things that was part of the laws that were passed in 1978.
Con la ley de maternidad de la mujer trabajadora.
With the maternity law for working women.
Legislación que se ha venido perfeccionando a lo largo de todos estos años.
Legislation that we've been improving ever since then.
En el año 2003 se incorporó a propuestas de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas que los hombres tuvieran también el derecho del cuidado de sus hijos e hijas desde que concluye la licencia postnatal, es decir, los 3 meses siguientes al parto, que es la etapa en que la mujer le debe priorizar darle el pecho a su hijo. Bueno, después de ese momento hasta el año, la mujer y el hombre deciden cuál de los dos va a quedarse con el bebé.
And since 2003, at the initiative of the FMC, men also can take advantage of that leave after the 3-month period where women have their leave after giving birth so that they can breastfeed their child. After that period of time, they decide together which one of them will get that leave to take care of the children.
Este es otro tema en el que venimos trabajando muchísimo desde la práctica, porque a partir de esos propios estereotipos sexistas, muy pocos hombres asumen esta responsabilidad, aun y cuando en la pareja pueden estar ganando menos salario que sus esposas.
But the fact is that there are still a lot of sexist attitudes that remain, and very few men take advantage of this, even in the case when their companion is making more money than they are.
Y bueno, no me voy a detener en el tema del Código Penal, porque aquí tenemos a la doctora Mirna Méndez, que es profesora de esa asignatura, y que si hay dudas, etcétera, puede, pero bueno, si hay una protección a la mujer de manera general, y hay un delito denominado delito contra el derecho de igualdad.
And I'm not going to go a lot into the legal protections. We have here Mirna Méndez, who is expert in those matters, but we have a law that is called the crime against equality.
En resumen, tenemos como prioridad 3 áreas fundamentales en el trabajo jurídico, tanto que lo realizan las instituciones como desde el trabajo de la Federación de Mujeres Cubanas y de la Unión Nacional de Juristas de Cuba, que trabaja estrechamente este tema con la Federación.
And there's 3 fundamental areas that we work together with between the Federation and also the Association of Cuban Jurists around these themes.
Una es la actualización y perfeccionamiento legislativo.
One is about the improvement and the development of legislation.
Tenemos, por ejemplo, un Código de Familia del año 75 que es necesario actualizar.
We have a family code of 1965 that's necessary to carry out in practice.
Estamos abocados a una reforma constitucional y algunas de las cuestiones que se tienen que perfeccionar están dentro del ámbito del principio de igualdad y del concepto de familias que se incluye en nuestra norma jurídica de mayor relevancia.
We're in the middle of a discussion on the Constitution in the framework of legal equality and ¿cuál era la última parte?
No sé ni lo que dije. Bueno,
Oh,
el perfeccionamiento y actualización legislativa.
So we can just say the improvement and the carrying out of legislative equality
En segundo
in the
lugar,
law.
la sensibilización y capacitación del sector jurídico, de jueces, abogados, fiscales.
And then also there's the question of making aware people in the legal system, from prosecutors to judges.
Porque son los que interpretan y aplican las normas jurídicas. Y si no tienen incorporado un enfoque de género, no van a poderle dar una interpretación adecuada, por más actualizada y perfecta que sea la legislación.
And they're the ones that have to carry out and apply the laws. And if they don't have a concept of, of the laws of equality and how that works, then they're not going to be able to actually carry that out in practice.
Y por último, y no por ser el que voy a mencionar de último, es el menos importante, todo lo contrario, es el aporte que tenemos que hacer a la cultura jurídica de la población, en particular de las mujeres y las familias de manera general, porque es importante que las personas conozcan cómo ejercer, no solo que hay normas jurídicas y que son, sí, que tienen expresiones de igualdad, sino cómo utilizarlas, cómo ejercitar los derechos cuando consideran que estos han sido vulnerados. Entonces, eso es un reto importante que tenemos y en el que estamos trabajando con mucha seriedad desde la Federación y desde nuestra organización.
And we also have as a goal raising the cultural level and the understanding of the laws that exist within the family, because it's not enough to actually have those legal norms, but people also have to know how they can use them to make sure that they are carried out, how they can take advantage of that, and that's one of the efforts that the Federation carries out.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is Yanira Cooper, the Secretary of International Relations of the Federación.
Bueno, buenas tardes. Yo voy a ser muy breve,
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be very, very brief
porque las compañeras que me antecedieron
because of the women who spoke before me.
han dado los elementos fundamentales del avance de las mujeres en Cuba
Because they've explained the fundamental advances of the Cuban women
y cuáles son los desafíos que tenemos hoy para lograr una plena cultura de igualdad.
and they've also explained the different challenges and hurdles to achieving a more, perfect culture of equality.
En el en el proceso de perfeccionamiento de nuestro sistema económico y social,
In the process of perfecting this system, this economic and social system,
también está concebido el perfeccionamiento y fortalecimiento de nuestro trabajo en las comunidades.
so in this process of perfecting the social system, we also have to look at the work being done at the community level.
Y es un desafío, una prioridad, trabajar con nuestros jóvenes y nuestras jóvenes.
And it's one of our main priorities to work with the youth, specifically women.
Involucrar a nuestras jóvenes en todo nuestro proceso
Involving women at every stage of this organization,
constituye una garantía de la continuidad de la revolución
with the hopes of guaranteeing the successes we've seen from the revolution.
y de fortalecer, como es lógico, nuestro proceso.
And of course, strengthening this whole process.
Y bueno, Yamila decía algo importante, es otro desafío que tenemos, y es continuar transformando las relaciones de poder de lo masculino y lo femenino.
And as Yamila pointed out, to continue the work of, creating equality between men and women.
Sobre todo al interior de la familia.
And more than anything, within the home, in the families.
Hemos avanzado,
We've advanced,
pero todavía quedan muchos estereotipos que hay que transformar.
But we still have a lot to work on in terms of the stereotypes.
Tenemos hombres y mujeres diferentes,
We have different kinds of men and women,
pero hay que seguir trabajando para lograr una mayor equidad en la distribución de todas las tareas, sobre todo de las domésticas.
yes, but we have to continue to do this work in all areas of society, but specifically within the tasks, the domestic tasks.
Y una de las prioridades que tenemos es que para las próximas etapas, cuando estemos aquí, más hombres se hayan acogido a la licencia de maternidad.
Oh, and as mentioned in the last statement, something that we want to work towards is having more men participate in this this process of getting maternity paternity leave, the second half that was explained earlier, having more men participate in that.
Eso es algo. Y por lo demás decirles que seguiremos al lado de las causas justas, de las luchas de las mujeres en el mundo por las defensas de sus derechos.
And of course, to continue women's struggles internationally, supporting them in any way that we can.
Maricel terminaba su exposición y decía, vivan las mujeres cubanas.
Maricel finished her portion by saying, long live Cuban women.
Y yo añadiría, vivan las mujeres cubanas, vivan las mujeres del mundo,
And I would say, just to add to that, long live women of the world
que luchan por sus derechos
that fight for their rights
y que luchan por construir un mundo mejor para todos y para todas.
and that fight for a better world for everyone.
Un mundo sin guerras,
A world without wars,
sin ambiciones y sin egoísmo,
without egoism or negative ambitions,
que constituya garantía para el futuro de las nuevas generaciones por venir.
in order to guarantee a better future for future generations.
Esa es la única forma que tenemos realmente de seguir haciendo cosas
That's the only way we really have any hopes to continue doing this,
y que la humanidad siga existiendo.
and that humanity exists in general.
Entonces, yo quedo aquí, esas son mis conclusiones
So those are my conclusions.
y estamos abiertas a cualquier pregunta que podamos responder
We're open to any questions that you may have.
y las otras nos las dejamos, que las que no sepamos, nos las llevamos de tarea para la casa y después se las mandamos por Gmail, por Facebook, teniendo en cuenta el desarrollo de las nuevas tecnologías.
So if we don't have any answers to your questions, that'll be homework for us, and we'll respond Facebook or some other form of media.
Well, thank you all for your very inspiring and knowledgeable presentations. It's really been a pleasure and an honor to hear you and meet you and just to hear your firsthand experiences. I mean, just taking a little bit of co-chair privilege before we move on to the discussion and questions. You know, I really find that the gains of the Cuban Revolution don't just, and specifically of women, don't just affect women in Cuba. They affect all of society. They affect the men in Cuba. They affect the young people in Cuba. And moreover, they affect and advance the struggles around the world. One thing that I just read a couple of days ago was that in terms of parliamentary representation, that Cuba has the third in the world number of women representing them in their parliamentary process. And I can't tell you where the United States is, but it's pretty damn low. 19.5%. In the United States, it's 19.5%, and in Cuba, it's nearly 50%. So it's really significant, and I think it's something that we can't just admire, but we need to strive for, and that, you know, we need to be engaged in all sectors of our society. And really, we've learned so much from the Cubans. And one thing that I would like, I have a fact sheet from the National Network on Cuba, just some information, and not just including women's rights and levels of achievement and education and healthcare. And I'd ask you to just take one, and it also has information about the network on it. So if, again, let me just pass these out, and just if you'd like to take one, that would be great. Okay. Thank you, and thank you, Mary Alice, for indulging me. Okay, questions, comments, observations? Why don't we,
I was wondering if you could clarify how many months of paid leave women now have for maternity leave, and whether there's any consideration, because Cuba's far ahead of the US on this, but any consideration of adopting some of what Sweden has done, which is men, they realized also men weren't taking paternity leave, but they were entitled to it. So if men don't take the paternity leave, the women, I mean, they lose it. They have a certain amount for the couple, right? And also, it's just the second question of whether there's any work on masculinity studies in the university.
why don't we take a couple of questions and then they can think about their answers while we're listening to the questions. Is there another question? Yeah.
I recently saw the documentary film Maestra about the literacy campaign in which many young women were involved, as young as 7. I remember one of them was only 7. And the thing that I got out of this documentary was the transformative power of that experience for the women involved. Probably also for the young men involved, I would guess. And that they carried, many of them carried this with them for the rest of their lives. And in a sense, to me, that embodies what the Cuban Revolution is about. How do you remake yourselves through the process of doing what it is that needs to be done to make a better society, one in which you and your children can live. So one of the things that impressed me about the speaker, one of the speakers mentioned that there is a good deal of effort with young children, especially women, that the Federation of Cuban Women is working with. And I was wondering if you could describe what some of these efforts are like. Because it seems to me that, in fact, this is always where you have to start, is with the youth. Carrying through with the examples that have already been said, but reinforcing them, because these young women haven't been through they don't know what it was like before the revolution, let's put it that way. So how do you reinforce the momentum forward? And just one other comment, it seems to me that in order to ultimately reinforce this, this process, this revolutionary process, has to take place throughout the rest of the world. And so part of our duty in solidarity is to build whatever we can toward that in our own, where we live. That's it.
Thank you.
I'm really next to.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the speakers for the wonderful presentation. I can repeat my question also in Spanish because I live in Cuba. So I have 3 questions. I'm going to make it, I will try to make it fast, all of them. Firstly, yesterday, the Commission on Status of Women, it's a UN commission, adopted the AWI conclusions. There is a paragraph there which recognizes that unilateral measures are an obstacle to the gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls. So I would like to know examples on how the blockade that US calls embargo, how the blockade affects the Cuban women. So that's my first question. Secondly, there was mentioned something regarding a dialogue, national dialogue regarding family. So there is an update of the Code of Family. So I would like to know the discussion regarding family or families. So how that discussion will be, our distinguished speakers think that discussion will be reflected in the next family code. And finally, last but not least, if there or are there any examples on cooperation or interchange of best practices between Cuban women and U.S. women? So thank you.
Question of protection of maternity rights.
Lo que está establecido,
What is established,
el periodo de licencia
the period of maternity leave
son 18 semanas,
is 18 weeks,
6 anteriores al parto
6 before birth
y 12
and
posteriores.
12 after.
En ese espacio de tiempo,
During that period,
la mujer está percibiendo una licencia que corresponde al 100% del salario que ella venía recibiendo en el año anterior, es decir, en el año anterior.
during that period of maternity leave, women receive the equivalent of the salary that they were making during the previous year.
A partir de, o sea, concluido ese tiempo,
After that time,
que coincide con los 3 meses de vida del bebé,
which corresponds to the first 3 months,
comienza
of the
el periodo
baby,
que se denomina en dicha norma jurídica el periodo de prestación social. Prestación.
Prestaciones. That next period is what is called in Cuba the period of social benefits.
Que es un periodo en el que lo que se le está dando a la mujer, o sea, ya ahí es el periodo en que la mujer y el hombre, en que la pareja decide cuál de los dos va a quedarse al cuidado del bebé.
And that's a period where in the couple they decide which of them is going to take care of
Y
the
que
child.
llega hasta el año de vida del niño. o
And
niña.
that period goes until through the first year of the child.
Y lo que se percibe es el 60%
And the salary received is 60%
del salario que recibía.
of the salary that the person received before.
Ahora, del año 2003 al año 2017, febrero de 2017, eso solo podían, o sea, decidirlo la madre y el padre.
Up to February of 2017, that could be decided only by the mother or the father.
A partir de febrero de este año,
Starting as of February of this year,
se incorporó una modificación a la
there
legislación
was a modification to the law
en que se incorpora la posibilidad de que las abuelas y los abuelos puedan asumir también, los que sean trabajadores, como un derecho de ellos como trabajador, ese periodo de prestación social. Es decir, que van a estar cuidando a los nietos, pero van a estar recibiendo ese 60% de su salario.
And that modification broadened the law to include the possibility for the grandparents, the grandfather or the grandmother, if they're workers, to be able to take care of the child and to receive 60% of the wages that they had been earning in the previous
Porque en
year.
la práctica ellos venían asumiendo la responsabilidad de cuidar de sus nietas y nietos, y muchas veces lo que tenían que hacer era pedir la jubilación y dedicarse entonces a eso. Y ahora como trabajadores tienen también este derecho.
Because in practice what happened in Cuba was that many grandparents were taking care of the children. And so what happened was they had to set aside their retirement and for that purpose. So they now have the right to
Con relación,
leave.
o sea, no se aplica de la manera en que usted estaba explicando, que se aplica en el modelo sueco, ¿no?
It doesn't follow the way what you described about the Swedish model.
Por lo general, en Cuba no tenemos una práctica de imposiciones o de ese tipo de cuestiones para lograr obtener cambios en la mentalidad. Lo que tratamos es de trabajar desde el punto de vista ideológico, del cambio de mentalidad con la gente, pero no tomar ese tipo de medidas, porque desde nuestro punto de vista, como hemos funcionado, no, incluso en el tema del acceso de las mujeres.
Because generally in Cuba we don't have the practice of imposing things in order to bring about changes in people's mentality. Our approach is to work with people to change people's way of thinking, and not to not to impose mandatory measures.
No, lo que les decía, que en el caso de las elecciones, por ejemplo, del acceso de las mujeres a puestos en el periodo electoral, nosotros no tenemos leyes de cuotas.
For example, we don't have quota laws for the election of women to, in Cuban elections.
Es decir, se trata de trabajar directamente con la gente, hacer
Well,
más bien trabajo político, conciencia y no
What we
ese tipo
do
de
is
cuestiones.
political work to develop people's consciousness to increase, to fight for an increase in participation.
Con respecto a los estudios de masculinidades, sí, como no, hay muchísimos.
The other question, yes, there's a lot of work on masculinity studies.
Hay importantes redes de hombres
There are networks of men
que luchan contra la violencia, que luchan por la igualdad entre mujeres y hombres
who fight against violence, who fight for equality between men and women,
y que trabajan muy cercanamente a la Federación de Mujeres
and
Cubanas.
who work very closely with the Federation of Cuban Women.
Usted puede buscar en internet la red Iberoamericana y Africana de Masculinidades.
You can look up on the internet the Ibero-American and African Network on Masculinity.
Y en el tema de las familias,
And regarding families,
desde el punto de vista, vamos a decir, sociológico,
from let's say a sociological point of view,
hay un reconocimiento en la sociedad cubana a los distintos tipos de familia,
there's a widespread recognition in Cuban society of different kinds of families,
tanto a la familia heterosexual como la familia homosexual,
both heterosexual and homosexual
como la
families,
familia, desde la familia nuclear hasta las familias extendidas, que son muy habituales en nuestro país,
ranging from nuclear families to extended families, which are very common in
familias monoparentales.
single parent families, households.
Por ejemplo, en Cuba la jefatura de hogar femenino ha aumentado, no recuerdo ahora muy bien la cifra, pero es alta.
For example, in Cuba, the percentage or number of households led by women, it has increased a lot. I don't have the exact figure.
Es uno de los temas que pretendemos perfeccionar en el Código de Familia cubano.
It's one of the things that we are trying to improve in the family code.
No solo que un reconocimiento expreso de estos tipos de familia, como
Not
decía,
only explicitly
extendida, nuclear, etcétera,
recognizing these different kinds of families,
sino también un reconocimiento a las familias homosexuales,
But
es decir, de personas de la misma orientación
but
sexual.
also same-sex families.
Pero para esto requerimos primero un cambio constitucional,
But this requires first a change in the Constitution.
porque la Constitución reconoce que el matrimonio es la unión entre un hombre y una mujer,
Because the current Constitution recognizes only that a marriage is between a man and a woman.
por lo que tendría primero que modificarse la Constitución
So we would have to first change the Constitution
para después entonces lograr un cambio en la legislación
to
familiar.
be able to carry out a change in the laws.
Y bueno, vamos a luchar por eso.
We're going to fight.
Other comments or, oh, good. More.
Hay menos. Muy breve porque nos queda solamente 5
We only have
minutos.
5 minutes, I'll be brief.
Solo quería comentar en relación a la pregunta de nuestro colega cubano,
I just wanted to comment on the question by our Cuban colleague.
que bueno, estos eventos que se están realizando hoy precisamente en esta universidad es parte de la colaboración entre las mujeres cubanas y las mujeres estadounidenses.
The event that we're having here today at this university is part of the collaboration between Cuban women and women in the United States.
Incluso en nuestra estancia en esta ciudad maravillosa,
And during our stay in this wonderful city,
hemos podido intercambiar con otras universidades,
we've been able to have exchanges at different universities,
transmitiendo cuáles son nuestras experiencias
bringing our experiences
e intercambiando sobre los logros de las mujeres cubanas.
and having an exchange over the advances for Cuban women.
La cuestión es que a veces nos limitamos
The problem is that sometimes we limit ourselves.
y por supuesto no nos limitamos nosotras,
And we don't,
no nos limitamos nosotras mismas,
we don't limit ourselves.
sino que tenemos un bloqueo,
But rather
enfrentamos un
we
bloqueo
face a blockade,
que es el que nos limita en muchos aspectos
which is what limits us in many
para nosotras
in many
poder
ways.
participar
in being able to participate
en determinados eventos o en determinadas invitaciones que nos hagan
in different events or whenever we're invited
desde los propios Estados Unidos.
to the United States.
Yo les voy a poner un ejemplo que es muy sencillo.
I'll give you a very simple example.
Nosotras recibimos todas el visado para poder participar en este evento de las Naciones Unidas.
We all receive visas to be able to participate in the ongoing UN event.
Pero persiste plasmar en nuestros pasaportes el límite de movimiento que es de 25 millas alrededor del Columbus Circle.
But they're still on our passport. They put in the ongoing restriction on our movement to within 25 miles of Columbus Circle.
Es decir, quisiéramos estar en otros estados de los Estados
We would
Unidos,
like to travel to other states in the United States.
transmitir las experiencias de Cuba,
Talk about Cuba's experiences.
llevar nuestro calor,
Bring our warmth.
pero nos es limitado por este bloqueo
But we are restricted by this blockade,
que nos lleva ya toda una vida,
which is we've been going through for our whole lives.
porque todas nosotras hemos nacido bajo las leyes del bloqueo.
Because we were all born during the whole period of all these laws being in existence of the blockade.
Es decir, que lo sentimos muy de cerca
So we feel it it hits us very closely.
y constantemente estamos siendo afectadas por ese bloqueo.
And we're constantly affected by that
Nos
blockade.
mantenemos en estrés todo el tiempo
We're under stress all the time
por las limitaciones que tenemos,
by the limitations that we have.
limitaciones materiales, por supuesto,
Material limitations, of
porque
course.
creo que las limitaciones humanas sí las tenemos en nuestro país. Digo, los avances humanos sí los tenemos en nuestro país.
It's the material limitations because the human that we have as human beings is not limited.
Entonces, bueno, nada, era para aclarar estas preguntas que nos hizo nuestro camarada
Just to clarify the
y
points
que
that were
pudieran
made
conocer
by our colleague and to let you know,
acerca de estos aspectos.
to tell you about these things.
Mary, te quedando.
I think we can take a couple of minutes more because we started late. There and then behind you.
Thank you so much. And my name is convening the conference, and that it's aimed to promote the normalizations between the relations between the U.S. and Cuba. And we sincerely hope that the results of this event get translated into concrete actions. And in a second moment, I would like to speak on behalf of the Cuban women, which I am. And as Yamila was saying, Cuban law grants both women and men equal rights. And the fact that such advances are translated in the Cuban constitution and in the Cuban laws is not only important for the Cuban women, but also for the women of the region and also for the world, because it sends an incredible precedent. And the fact that we have a legislative base is awesome, but we have many challenges to attend. That's also important for you to know, and we are aware of that. Not only the government, but also the Federation of Cuban Women, which is a non-governmental organization. And in this task, the government, the academy, and the social organization and the civil organization get together to fight for the rights of women. And I know that sometimes it's important to encourage the debate and to point out our main challenges. And in the case of Cuba, I believe that, as the panelists were saying, one of our main challenges is to equilibrate the household work amount with the work that women and men realize outside the house. That is, from my perspective, women's perspective, but also the perspective of our young women. And in spite of that, you saw some figures in the screen, but I'd like to share with you some other figures because sometimes facts speak louder. So let me tell you, and in terms of employment, 66% of professionals and technicians in Cuba are women. 79% of the labor force in the health sector are women. And in regards of women and politics, women in parliament are really close to 50%. And that's really important for us because we get represented in the laws. And we can say we have a gender perspective. And other figures are, among the whole population, we are 51%. So every aspect of Cuban life get effective for the women reality every day. So as I was saying, we're not perfect, but we believe that we can keep improving our work and that the work can, how can I say aprovechar?
Take advantage of.
And the work can take advantage of what we're doing in these 50 years of the Cuban Revolution. So thank you so much.
I'm really glad I followed my sister in front of me because I tend to get very emotional. But
so do I.
This country is going backwards in its treatment of women every day. You know, Nancy Pelosi said that, well, the condition of women is as a premeditated condition in terms of the health care law that they tried to pass. It put women in such a disadvantage. And who was in the room deciding what was going to happen with women's health? It was all men. So thank you all for sharing the advances in Cuba that we do not have in this country. We do not even have an equal rights amendment. There is nothing in our law that gives women the same kind of status that women have in Cuba. So you are an example for us, and I thank you for that. But when I consider that Cuba is trying to build socialism under the U.S. blockade, it makes me so angry because I know that that holds back everyone in Cuba, not just the women, but everyone. And we must do everything in our power to fight that and to change the U.S. position in relation to Cuba. Yes, advances have been made. There is dialogue. People are here. We are talking. We are hearing about it. But we have to completely reverse it and establish revolutionary socialism around the world. Thank you.
De la juventud, sobre la juventud que ella preguntaba.
Tiene que una pregunta. Could you just speak quickly about the Cuban women, Afro-Cuban women, and how literacy and all the things that racism works on us, hurts us? Just maybe one or two sentences, because when I go back to the black community, I have to say, of course they address it.
Okay, she's addressing another question right now.
Racism.
Bueno, con relación a la juventud, con relación al bloqueo, bueno, Maricel dijo algunas cosas, pero en su propia condición de cubano, que vive en una familia cubana y además que nos representa dignamente en la tercera comisión de Naciones Unidas.
So, in relation to the blockade, specifically talking about the Third Commission of Women in Cuba.
Los efectos del bloqueo.
Who understand all the
Sí.
Yes, in reference to the I'm sorry, I missed the first part.
Sí. Que él conoce al ser cubano.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Y que nos alegra mucho su pregunta.
So yeah, so since you're Cuban, so you like understand the question better, of course, or like the response.
Y que ellos son, él y Lisette, son ejemplos de la juventud que se está formando en Cuba.
So this gentleman and Lisette, who are, you know, the youth, and so it's important that they're a part of this.
Y precisamente ese es nuestro desafío, tener jóvenes como Jorge y como Lisette.
And that's exactly our goal, to have youth like Jorge and Lisette.
Porque los que tenemos y las que tenemos un poquito más de juventud acumulada,
Because some of us who have, or accumulated youth, yeah.
tenemos la tarea de transmitir nuestra historia,
We have the work to transmit our stories and histories,
de transmitir nuestros valores,
our values,
independientemente del bloqueo,
independently of the blockade,
de las limitaciones.
of those limitations.
Aunque nosotros nacimos después de la revolución,
Even though we were born
las que
after the
estamos
revolution,
aquí, ellos lo que comenzaron y nacieron en los años durísimos del periodo especial
what happened during the very hard years of the special period.
y no tuvieron ante sí esa revolución que dio de todo a todos
They didn't have the power of the revolution.
y nacieron en una etapa muy muy difícil,
They were born into a very hard era.
pero precisamente el transmitir esos valores
But the work of transmitting those values
los ha convertido en esos grandiosos jóvenes que tenemos.
has clearly made two excellent individuals.
Y así los vamos a seguir, los tenemos muchos en Cuba.
Yeah, and we have plenty more like them.
Y con respecto a las mujeres afro-cubanas, como dice,
Y todas las personas.
y todas las personas, nosotros tenemos un dicho muy común.
And in respect to the Afro-Cuban women, we have
Ustedes me ayudan a rectificar.
we have a very famous saying.
En Cuba, el que no tiene de Congo tiene de Carabalí. De Congo tiene de Carabalí. Todas y todos tenemos en Cuba blancos, negros, mulatos, los mismos derechos.
So all of us, regardless of our skin color or race, have the same rights.
La revolución abrió las puertas para eliminar la discriminación por razones de raza.
The revolution opened doors into ending discrimination on the basis of race.
No es que no se den determinadas manifestaciones de discriminación
Not that they don't play out in other ways, discrimination,
heredadas de un pasado discriminatorio
which have been inherited by legacies in the past of
y de la propia cultura,
and from the culture.
como cubanos y cubanas, que nos corre por nuestra sangre, la sangre africana.
Like the Cuban people who have African blood,
No podemos, bajo ningún concepto, negar la participación en nuestro país de esos hombres y esas mujeres negras.
we can't in any way disvalue the participation and the kind of integration of the African descendants in Cuba.
Como es lógico, hay que seguir trabajando para eliminar cualquier vestigio de discriminación por razones de raza,
Of course, we must continue to work towards eliminating any, residue or remnants of this discrimination in Cuba.
y por razones de género.
And because of gender.
And because of gender, yes, of course.
Can I just help the audience just a little bit? The thing that also I noticed is that people are in positions of power who are Afro-Cubanos.
La cosa que hay en todo eso es que hay
Because sometimes
gente en
in my
posiciones de
community,
poder que
people
son
want to get
afrocubanos.
specifics. And
Ella
for
está
example,
comentando.
in the arts, even though
las
Gloria
artes.
Rolando will criticize certain things, she's still allowed to get the government support. So I think this is a conversation, I'm really saying this also for that, that, look, people, go to Cuba and see for
Que van a
yourself
Cuba
what's
para
really
ver
going
lo que
on.
está
Because you
pasando
can be
aquí.
homeless here
Puede
in New
ser
York and the
sin
entire
casa
United States and
por
be
todas partes de los
mostly
Estados
people of
Unidos,
color. And see how
pero
many people are
mayormente
homeless
es
in Cuba. See how
personas de
many people
color
are
aquí en los
without
Estados
anything
Unidos.
to eat in Cuba. See how many people
Pero
are
en Cuba no es
without
así.
any, health care, any education. So I think that's important also sometimes to get statistics so that people here who want to build a wedge between what's happening in Cuba, what's happening is here, it's not built. And if you can't get it clear that way, then just look at the Dominican Republic and look at Cuba and see how they're treating the Africans.
Oh, sí, bueno, si quieres ver en esta diferencia, puedes ver en la República Dominicana, Cuba, pero es diferente.
No, sí sabemos que en muchos lugares del mundo se discrimina por solo hecho de ser latinoamericano, no solo por ser negro o afrodescendente, sino por ser latinos. En muchos lugares en el mundo se discrimina. pero en Cuba ya yo le decía. Por ahí yo tengo unos datos, después se los voy a dar, sobre
Yeah.
la presencia de las mujeres negras en la educación, las graduadas de la educación, el porciento que representan, todo eso. se lo puedo
So,
dar.
of course, in other parts of Latin America, you can be discriminated based on race, you know, the different degrees of that, or just like in the U.S. for being discriminated because you're Latino or Latina. And there's other information that I can give you as well on this. So yeah.
And is there a website for the video? Is there a website?
Ay,
Okay.
creo que en el video.
Why don't you- if I can just ask to continue this maybe after the program, because it's a little bit late and I have to turn it over to Mary Alice.
Okay, no. Yes, I'm sure we all have many questions, so we can keep going for quite a bit more time. But we do want to thank our panel for the very, very fine presentations and the information that they have given us, which is a start for all of us. I also want to take advantage of my prerogative as the co-chair to encourage those who want to read more about this. The book, Women in Cuba, The Making of a Revolution Within the Revolution, which is available in both English and Spanish. But it is done together with the comrades of the FMC helping us to do this. It's based on interviews with Vilma Espín, Acela de los Santos, both of whom were fighters in the Revolutionary Underground and in the Sierras, and the founders of the FMC, with Yolanda Ferrer, who was, after Vilma, and together with Vilma, the General Secretary of the Federation for many years. And it's the entire, you see the whole birth of the FMC, where it came from, and the kind of work that compañeras have been giving us the examples of today. So the book is available here on the literature tables outside, and for those who are interested, you should pick it up. And thank you very, very much to all of you.
The best way to end the blockade in the United States is to end the information blockade and to educate ourselves and then to act. Thank you all so much.